during the APC primaries campaign, as soon as Vice President Yemi Osinbajo declared his intentions to run, Asiwaju supporters became very vociferous in their condemnation of his declaration, labeling him a betrayer. Millions of Nigerians, however, disagreed with this view, arguing that Pastor Yemi Osinbajo was within his rights to run for the highest office in the land, an opportunity that comes to a handful of individuals once in their lifetime, just like Asiwaju himself. Some even went as far as saying that Asiwaju himself stabbed Afenifere, the revered Yoruba leaders group, in the back in his political surgery. What do you have to say about this?
The decision to run for public office is an individual decision based on reasons known to that individual. So, since I don't know the reasons why Oluyemi or Osinbajo, by the way, we share the same first name, Oluyemi. I don't know his reasons for deciding to run. They may be more powerful than any sense of gratitude to former governor who made him Attorney General of his government. That's what people are referring to, that he made him. So it should be, because of that, he should forego his chance to run for president. The reasons on which he based his decision may be stronger than that sense of gratitude. I don't know. However, all I know is that some of us were privileged to have been part of the process that brought Tinubu to where he is today. When he was going to run for governor in Lagos State, he had a contest with late Funsho Williams. There was a disagreement as to who won. And at some point, when I discovered our party in Lagos was in crisis, I had to travel to Lagos and obtain Papa Adesonya's permission to intervene in the crisis. And I called both Funsho Williams and Bola Tinubu to my house in Victoria Island. And I was able to get Funsho Williams to step down for Bola Tinubu because although Funsho was more popular at the time and had more resources at the time, but because our leader, Papa Adesonya, had already publicly presented Bola Tinubu as our candidate, I felt it to be humiliating for us to do otherwise. Considering in particular that Papa Adesonya was our leader during the Nadeko struggle, when he was shot at 9 times without being hit, and when his children asked him to being killed, and Papa said the struggle had just started, and he led us until we achieved victory. I felt such a man should not be humiliated by repudiating the choice he had made. That's why I persuaded Funsho Williams to step down for Bola Tinubu, and he agreed. He didn't just agree. When his supporters in my house, in my sitting room, said, all right, we are going to share cabinet positions, Funsho said, no, I promise our leader, that's myself, that I will support Bola unconditionally. That's a gentleman. And he stuck to that. And when we came out of the meeting, hundreds of pressmen, cameramen were gathered in front of my house, awaiting the outcome of the meeting. And they then asked me, who is going to be governorship candidate in Lagos? I said, ask Funsho. And Funsho Williams said, Bola Tinubu. So why? He said, that is what we have decided. So what I'm saying is that some of us played a role as Afenifere leaders in his emergence. But it's unfortunate that later he instigated the formation of what they call Afenifere renewal to rival the Afenifere to which we belong. That's what we may be referring to. It was unfortunate. But since that action It was not well grounded. It has fizzled out. Afenifere remains Afenifere Opemeji. And it's not just the name. Afenifere is defined by the readiness of his leadership to defend the Yoruba race, to suffer for the Yoruba race, and to look for no reward for doing so. So those of us who are able to do that are the leaders of Afenifere. You can call another group by the same name, but if they don't have those attributes, they will not be Afenifere. When I was 80, 4 years ago, I was interviewed by a cheeky journalist. He said, "Sir, you claim that Afenifere is the father of the Yoruba nation. Who voted for Afenifere to be leader or father of the Yoruba nation?" I asked him, "Who voted for your father to be your father?" I said, if all your father did was to sleep with your mother to produce you, he didn't bring you up, he didn't train you, he did not feed you, did not support you, did not defend you, you will not recognize him as your father. Yes, that's the man they call my father. You have no emotional attachment to him because he failed his duties by supporting the Yoruba people at all times, defending their interests, suffering for it. We have earned the fatherhood of the Yoruba nation. We earn it. But it's not voted for you. You earn it. With blood. At times, some of us have been killed. I spent 2 years in detention for the principal stand we took over Nadeko, over Abiola's election. So that's how we earned the fatherhood. Just your father earned fatherhood by looking after you, by nurturing you. He came to my house later to apologize to me. He was a cheeky young man who thought he was going to embarrass me and embarrass Afenifere. That's what we are. It is a heartfelt thing. It's not something we are doing for fun. We are Yoruba. We respect other people. We must be respected. If you don't disrespect us, then we disrespect you. We confront you until you respect us. That's what we are.